Hello, my brothers and sisters on the Dragon's Path. My name is Tim Heyer, and I am a dragon witch, and welcome in the forest. And I want to talk to you about the dragon and everything that has to do with Draconic Wicca or the Dragon's Path. Um, First of all, I want to say, does death exist for dragons? Of course, death does exist for dragons. Everything that is in flesh and blood has, of course, a death. Death is just a part of life, a part of everything, a part of universe, a part of everything is temporarily, and then it transcends into something different. Whenever your story is done, whenever your time here is up, it's time for something different. Because on the dragon's path, every ending has a new beginning. That is why the dragon always bites in its own tail. It's not always the end, but it's the end of a story, the end of a timeline, the end of, for example, your story here as well. This is just a chapter of it, the chapter of something new. But the dragon energy, the dragon spirit remains. Uh, is there someone actually that wants to harm the dragon? Yes, there are. In the 17 years that I'm on the dragon's path, I came to meet a lot of people that actually love to hurt us, love to hurt the spirit of the dragon, simply because every single dragon gate believes in their own tale, believes in their own truth, as well as the dragons themselves. So we sometimes in daily life, it can be that we have a lot of people with negative energy, a lot of negative energy that is actually sometimes outside of their own will, that is attacking us, attacking our spirit. And sometimes without our will, we are attacking others. That is how actually it works. All of these gates and all of these different spirits and different energy and different gods, they all believe in their own reality, of course. Is there something like dragon slayers? Yes, yes, there are. Yeah, some what I can call dragon slayers. Dragon slayers are not like these men in harnesses. Dragon slayers are actually more like people with the opposite energy of that of a dragon, the opposite of it, and so they actually really don't like your energy, really don't like it, and attack it where they have the chance. It can be that these people have so much energy and so much force that they can separate you and your dragon, and that you're going to feel sick and drained. And because of this, you have to, if you feel something like this, you have to go away from them, because these people, that is something that I can consider as dragon slayers. Not that they will kill you, but it will harm you very much, and your dragon as well, and harm your dragon eye. And that is the worst part of it. They can do damage to your dragon eye. I didn't even believe back in the day that anyone was capable of harming dragons. But in fact, there are a lot of them, a lot of spirits, and not only with humans, but also other spirits inside of the void and somewhere else that prefer to have, that to prefer um, to harm the people like us actually, and especially our connection with the dragons. For example, they can drain you like no other. Dragon slayers are the opposite of us. We are here, they are there. And it's actually sometimes that I ask myself, why nature? Why did you make such a conflict? Because that is what it is, conflict. If this world was made by one perfect God, then there would be no conflict. But conflict is all that there is. There will always be dragons and dragon slayers. And what actually are we as a dragon witch? What is our purpose here? Why do they hurt us? Because we, my brothers and sisters, can be considered as dragon riders. Of course, dragon riders, don't get me wrong. Dragon riders, inside of Fantasy Tale, I always said I would never allow a dirty human on my back. So I would say that the dragon will never do it, something like this, like allowing someone on your back, like some kind of arrogant movie that I really don't like. I really don't like that movie. But dragon riders, truly dragon riders, is actually another word for dragon witch. Dragon rider is actually the one that is left behind, the one that really understands the dragon, is connecting with the dragon, is a bit like this Aragorn movie, but it's really much more realistic, because you are actually one with the dragon and you are on equal level. In this movie, it's like slave and boy, and that is not a thing. You as yourself, you are a draconic spirit, you are a draconic energy, and you are connecting with each other in telepathic ways. Of course, you can talk with each other sometimes not. It can be that you cannot talk to each other because there is something interrupting, but it can be, most of the cases, that you are connecting with your dragon, and they are capable of riding you along. The first time that I've ever been a dragon rider was in 2005, was on the holidays moment. I was actually um, sorry. I was actually seeing the dragon run for the first time. I was constantly pushing the dragon away, pushing constantly because I felt lesser than them. With saying this, my dragon by my side was so tired of this, so sick and tired from always rejecting and rejecting. But I was actually saying to the dragon that I was lesser than them, and he sorry he said, no, you are not. You're not. I will take you along with me. And so I was going on his back for the first time, going to the dragon realm without even seeing what is in between, the purest darkness. And so I was allowed to go to the dragon realm. And the dragon took me along. And that is how you would forget how many times the dragon would take you along on his or her back every single time that you have to see something and you have to see the truth. And sometimes you just have to go with them, and with doing this you are going with them because you are human. You are a human. You don't have wings. You still need to learn to fly inside of your spirit. In order to fly as well, they take you along with them, making you a dragon rider. So dragon slayers, dragon rider, it seems like an epic fantasy tale, but in fact these are all the terms. The dragon slayers are in fact people with the opposite energies that really want to harm you and can make you sick or harm your dragon eye. And dragon riders is actually a new name for you whenever the dragon is taking you somewhere else. Of course, don't think of dragon slayers, like I said, with harnesses and just like, yeah, epic battles with a sword. No, none of that. It's just working energies. And don't think of dragon riders of, yeah, I'm going to ride like a horse. Like, I was so against that. Like, they see a dragon like a horse or something like this. That is purely human, to see an animal with an animal, as long as they are listening and they're a proper slave. Of course, you can go ride on it. No, the dragon doesn't take anyone with them. Anyone. Unless they want it themselves, because you are connected. You are a dragon eye. You are connected to each other. So it means that you are allowing to go on the dragon's back because you are one of them. They recognize your spirit. And so, yeah, like I said, be careful for dragon slayers. They are everywhere. You might have encountered them, and you might feel bad. It's like you're being torn, ripped apart. It's like you cannot breathe. It's full heavy, and it's really, really. And I didn't understand why they want to do this to the dragon. The dragon is pure. The dragon is perfect. The dragon is the God, divine. Why do you want to harm them? Because they have a different divine. They have a different God. They have a different perfection. They have a different image. Whenever they see the dragon, they see something bad. They see something the opposite of them. Yeah, that is how nature works. That is how it is. But for us, the dragon is divine, and that is what they see in us. Their own energy goes against us. And your dragon is there actually to go against this, and you have to work together to go against dragon slayers. You have to work whenever you feel something like this. Don't be afraid. Most of the time it's better to run, but if you are brave enough actually to go against it, show your teeth against them so that they will know that they don't have to mess with you. Don't mess with the dragon. Don't mess with the one that follows it. Don't mess with the dragon rider. Don't mess with the dragon witch. Don't mess with a dragon spirit. And so, oh, excuse me, I'm still full of COVID. Yeah. And yeah, don't mess with the dragon rider. Don't mess with the dragon. But yeah, I shouldn't also mess with the dragon slayer, because really those people are filled with negative energy. I encountered them many times, but really, they make me as sick as I am now actually with COVID. Even much more, they rip your connection apart with your dragon. Very dangerous, by the way. And whenever your dragon is taking you along somewhere, let them take you along, because you need to see it. You need to see something. And that is when you become a dragon rider, when you need to see something. And it will develop yourself in your dragon circle and your dragon eye.